Hey everyone, welcome to Hope for Survival YouTube. Thanks for tuning in, and welcome to our new subscribers. We appreciate you following along the Hope for Survival journey, and hopefully you all had a blessed Easter and a good past week. I'm finally back home and digging my boots in and doing my own projects in preparedness around the home place. Had a 5-mile radius class to teach Saturday before last, and then we left and was on a 4.5-day trip through the Cumberland Plateau and over to northern Alabama for a speaking engagement with the Alabama Eagle Forum. All went well, and we had the opportunity to break bread with 12 Hope for Survival folks up on the Cumberland Plateau from Crossville, Deer Lodge, and Monticello, Kentucky. We all joined in and spent some time together. And then down on the Huntsville end, we had the opportunity to break bread with some Hope for Survival family there as well. So anytime we get to do that, it's the travel is always worthwhile, and I've actually missed the opportunities to get together with folks over the last year or so due to having work commitments that prevented the freedom to travel as much out. So that was all good. And now I'm trying to flip my garden to hopefully get things planted in the next few days. But I had a lot of work to do to change out the prior fencing that I had and put in new posts and fencing and things of that nature that is part of gardening. So that's all going forward. Wanted to stop by and drop a video to talk about some of the chaos that's going on, and whether you're reading on platforms or you're tuning into the media, it is chaos. There's so many reports of untruths, either from what is supposed to be professional news reporting, or even on media platforms with falsified stories in numerous areas, from government, politics, war, sports. There's just, in some cases, it's AI generated stories that are 0% close to the truth and reality. So this has a great impact on people, their thinking, stories they communicate and share, and probably at least 50% of our populace probably believes everything that they hear and read. They don't have the skills, or they don't have the time or the desire to go search things to find out realities. Um, there is a lot of chaos going on at the Pentagon right now, as an example, and the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, is being targeted as breaking down morale and incompetence. Um, Several former generals and Secretary of Defenses have written a letter to Congress tearing down his abilities and saying he's destroying morale, but yet none of those same individuals wrote letters to Congress um, sounding warning bells when it was announced that we've basically depleted our missile stockpile and depleted our munition stockpile and shells and things of that nature to defend our nation and be able to commit to our wartime policy and commitment abroad. It's all politics, and the thing is that the kids that are out there wearing the uniform get caught up in this, and it is it's depleting to their morale when they feel like they're on the verge of being shipped off to another country to potentially fight a war or multiple war fronts, and that their country and government is not behind them. Recruiting is up since the current administration and president has taken control with the new Secretary of Defense. And it's interesting that the numbers have increased are in white males. Since the DEI policy was scrapped, it appears these numbers are jumping up, and also a number of past troops already trained are being offered the opportunity to come back in the military with back pay. Those that were discharged for refusing to take the vaccination for the C virus a few years back. So the numbers and trends are not supporting the call for heads to roll and the negativity towards the administration and the current Secretary of Defense. But we're looking out at all these things on a national level, and we've kind of been living in this chaos at this chaos level for going on 10 plus years. The unknown and the constant battle and false reporting and misinformation, the Russian and hoax that came out from all the intelligence sources, and it leaves you wondering who is actually commanding the rowboat. But so many people are looking to Washington to fix the chaos that's going on. And recently, when I was on my trip, I was stopped at a location to get fuel. And while I was fueling up, I was over just outside, I believe, Nashville, Tennessee. And a row over from me, there were two young men, probably 20, 22 years old. One of them got out and had looked like a food bag, maybe fast food bag, and a energy drink can. And he tossed it towards the trash can that was provided at the pumps, and he missed. Instead of walking 3 feet and picking it up and throwing it away, he just waved it off and left it there on the ground. And although it may seem simple, it is a depiction to a lot of the problem that we have in our country right now, and that's at ground level. And these things are not going to be fixed by the government. These are not problems that are going to be fixed by having a new administration. Those are all top level things. A lot of the problems that we have in our country are problems that are going to have to be fixed in the home, the family, the community level, the ground level. Each of us taking a role, talking, and when we can, um, trying to right the ship in the right direction. Integrity, morals, ethics, self responsibility, self hope, confidence. Things of this nature just seem to be crushed amongst many of our younger generations. And for whatever reason, they basically feel like many of the folks our age. Um, yeah, it's a problem, but whatever. It's someone else will fix it. Someone else will clean it up. Someone else will unbreak what I break. Um, these are all problems that we individually are going to have to address to fix it from the ground up. No house is built from the roof down. It's always the foundation and the ground up. And we have to spend some time where possible in our own family and our relatives and those around us, in schools, in trying to instill some of the foundations that we had instilled to us growing up. Yeah, we were all knuckleheads at some point. But at some point along the path early on, someone got a hold of us and righted our ship. For me, it was joining the military and being surrounded by mature adults who taught the things that I just spoke of. And if we don't fix these things, it's not going to matter so much what the government does at the top level, because these are all big things. But it doesn't matter if you've got faulty concrete when you're building that foundation and building the walls. If you got faulty materials, that roof's just going to crush it and it's not going to matter. So give that some thought and let me know what you think about it. But we all have a role, and we all have to do what we can to try and educate and fix and correct the things that are around us. And if we don't, it doesn't really matter what the government does. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. And again, I hope you're doing well. It was great seeing the Hope for Survival family out on the road, and hopefully in the coming weeks I'll be able to get out and see some more. I just have some projects here at home I've got to get corrected and fixed on a short timeline before we're in full-blown growing season, and a few other projects. So anyway, if you like this video, please hit like, and if you have comments, please share your comments, suggestions, thoughts. And if you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and join with us on this journey. And what I've just been talking about is also a spiritual thing. And regardless of what we think is being so bad and so chaotic, the more we lean into, borrowing a line from Festus, the more we lean into Scripture and our faith, the stronger we're going to be on this walk forward. So always remember, we are blessed people, no matter what you think. If you haven't been abroad and witnessed what it's like in many other places, we are blessed to be here. We just have to fix some of our problems immediately in order to try to get our foundation solidified. So always remember, count your blessings and to give thanks. Until next time, Bravo Echo out.